On this episode of Diggity, a video game podcast, we discuss all the announcements from the newest Nintendo Direct. And is AR Gaming here to stick around? Let's jump into it. What is up, guys? Welcome to episode 5 of Diggity, a video game podcast. I'm your host, Jeff James. As always, with me is the luscious Brody Fultz. How are you, Brody?
I'm doing good, man. How about yourself?
I'm doing good if you're doing good. I had to throw it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. So before we get into our topics here, just going to do quick social plugs. To keep up with everything Diggity Podcast, you can follow us on Instagram at Diggity Podcast. You can follow me personally on Twitter at Jeff J. Zuck. That's JeffJZUK, because I'm not one of those weird Jeffs. That's Geoff. That's not Jeff. That's a different name. Brody, what's your personal social media account?
Brody Fultz, and it is BRODYFULTZ on Instagram. I will reactivate my Twitter at some point. Maybe next week.
Hot dang. And I think my Instagram is Jeff J. James, which is ridiculous. Like J. Jonas Jameson. Anyways.
Yeah, that's a little much.
Anyways, guys, subscribe to us on iTunes, Google Podcasts, or wherever you listen. Please leave a review as well. And today's podcast is brought to you by Audible. You can get a free audiobook download and 30-day free trial at audibletrial.com/diggity. That's Diggity. There's over 180,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player. So head on over to audibletrial.com/diggity, Diggity, for your free 30-day free trial. So here we go, man. I've fulfilled my obligations. Now we can let me get into our news, sir.
Yeah, man, it's been newsworthy day, at least on the Nintendo side of things.
Oh, for sure. This is going to be a Nintendo-heavy podcast for sure this time around.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's predominantly Nintendo. I mean, they kind of captured the news for the day in the gaming world, so
yeah,
there you go.
Did some great stuff. So let's just jump on right into it. Nintendo Direct happened today. For those listening, it's Friday in your world. Welcome to the future. This is the past talking to you. And the Nintendo Direct happened today. And they talked about just 3DS and Switch. Some of the predictions we had made for on Tuesday's show. Some of them came true. Some of them I was wrong on. We're just gonna go by each item. Some we'll discuss, but we'll whiz by a couple that are kind of just quick, easy topic games and stuff like that. But let's just start with the first one. Oh, go ahead.
I was way off on my predictions, by the way. The only thing I got right was the online service, and that was kind of a shoo-in at this point.
But did you put a timestamp on it? Did you say, the next Nintendo Direct this is going to happen? Or did you just say Nintendo will announce this?
That is a good point, yeah. Eventually,
technically,
some of that stuff's going to happen. You're right.
Right, correct.
Thanks,
or it could all be wrong, and you could just be an absolute fail.
Yeah, there is that possibility, too.
So
we won't talk about that.
Let's move on with everyone's favorite system, the 3DS. The most
Nintendo's favorite system.
prints money, man.
Yep.
So 3 announcements for that. You can see each Nintendo Direct. It seems like we're getting less and less information for the 3DS, as we expect. It's a product that I'm sure is on a declination since the Switch has come out, and I'm sure Nintendo is looking for ways to end up quit producing it. I'm sure this holiday season they'll be wanting basically to just get rid of their stock of 3DS that are in their various warehouses around the world, and they're just seems like they're kind of pumping out just some titles that are variations of other titles or bringing other ones. So the first one they talked about was Kirby's Extra Epic Yarn, which is a sequel to Kirby Epic Yarn, or a port, with some additives to it, to the 3DS, which is interesting. I mean, hey, cool. I love Kirby. Sounds like a fun game. That's great. I'm not really going to play 3DS anymore. Play my Switch. The next one was Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story, and a longer part of the title too, where it's plus Bowser Jr.'s story.
Yeah, that one, like I said, I'm not going to buy it because it's on 3DS, and I'm just past it. But I did think that one actually kind of looked pretty interesting. It kind of had some interesting mechanics and whatnot to it. I mean, you build like a little army of sorts and create formations and
That's
do
the thing
battle.
too. Is
Kind
that
of cool.
the Mario and Luigi series is also a really good series.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
they've had some really good games
really
over the
good.
years. So that's set to launch on January 11th. This one, so pumped about. Luigi's Mansion, 3DS, co-op. Gonna be co-op.
Yeah.
Unreal. And even if you don't have the
That is
game,
cool.
it's gonna have download play. So I don't know if you saw that, but there's like a battle mode. And if you don't have it, there's a
it was
download
only
mode. Yeah.
certain. Yeah, you couldn't just play through all the story.
Yeah,
if you
no,
didn't have the
no,
game,
no.
But you're
But
right.
that's so cool. Co-op Luigi's Mansion. I'm really hoping for a new Luigi's Mansion on the Switch one day. But hey, whatever, Nintendo, hit me up. And that's supposed to launch October 12th. So that's the 3DS stuff, and that was a
Are you
very.
gonna pick that up?
Um,
Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe.
Probably not.
I don't.
Nah.
Probably. I don't know.
I bet you don't.
If they brought it to Switch, I would.
Yeah. That's
I
true.
just don't like having like two. I don't want to have my games separate from. Like it's one thing enough to have all my Nintendo games have to be on a Nintendo system, right? Because that's
Right.
first party titles. But to have them spread across two different SKUs, and then have my Xbox and everything else, it just I don't know. Especially two portable SKUs where it's like, okay, now I have to bring my 3DS and my Switch. Like, great.
See, I actually do use my 3DS or my doorstop 2DS. I use it occasionally. If my kids are playing on the Switch or something like that, I'll maybe break out the 2DS. Or if I'm laying in bed because I'm deathly terrified of falling asleep with my Switch dropping it and breaking it. Which is something I'm known to do. Not
Right.
necessarily break it, but I fall asleep. My
Yeah.
phone is halfway across the room for whatever reason, and, or the 2DS is like under the bed, and yeah, I do that pretty regularly. So, but yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm kind of all on board the Switch train at this point, and
Right, and you could even see that in Nintendo's Nintendo Direct today.
yeah,
You could see that. I mean, they're moving on, and the biggest thing from all of this too is Switch primarily took up the most of it. So let's jump right into the Switch stuff. Splatoon 2 update. There's an update, version 4 update coming. Very weird video. Like I took nothing out of that video except that there might be some new outfits and some new weapons, but it was
Yeah.
a very weird art style, and I'm not into Splatoon. It's not our market.
I'm not either.
It's not
No.
for us. It's like mistake.
I want to like it. That's the thing. Like
Yeah.
everybody was talking about it, ranting and raving, and I rented it. I know that's not a common thing to do anymore, but I rented it.
Holy crap!
Yeah. And I played like 3 matches, and I couldn't get into it. It's just not my thing, I guess.
Yeah, I mean,
But,
I couldn't get into it as
and
well.
that video was confusing, man. It had nothing of value until the end, where they're like, "Hey, we've got like new maps," and
That video is
things.
very Nintendo.
it was very Nintendo. They could have just flashed like the word Nintendo across the screen, and we've been like, "Yeah, no, okay, that's fine."
Do we know if that game is like super super hot in Japan? Is that its deal? Like it's a massive game in Japan right now?
I mean, it must be, I would assume. I think it's pretty big here in the States as well, but
Just around like youth, probably, right? Like younger
yeah.
audience.
I see a lot of people on Reddit rant and rave about it, and that's actually what got me into check it out, and
Right.
I'm just, I'm good.
Huh. Okay, cool. On to other titles. Mega Man 11 coming out October 2nd. That's cool. All new Mega Man.
Yeah.
Looked pretty neat. I'm
Yeah,
not
it looked
a
good.
massive Mega Man fan, but hey, looked really
either.
cool.
Yeah, it looked good.
There's a new update coming to Mario Tennis Aces. It's bringing new characters like Birdo, Shy Guy, Koopa Paratroopa, which is 3 characters technically, as one, I'm guessing, and PD Piranha. It'll also bring a new co-op challenge mode that they said was going to be there for a limited time, so they're going to take it away, I guess, after a while. There's going to be special...
Just an odd choice.
Yeah, there's going to be special outfits as well, and character colors. That update's coming out September 19th, so pretty close. And they also hinted that they'll be adding more characters and more stuff along the way for Aces, which you and I both mutually we were dead set on buying Mario Aces Tennis, or Mario Tennis Aces, sorry, and we both tried the demo before it was going to launch, and we were very underwhelmed. We were not happy with how it turned out.
Yeah,
and I don't know if that's the general consensus around the internet.
No, I think it's still sold pretty well. Granted, a lot of people that bought it were not impressed. They thought maybe there would be a little bit more to the actual game when it came out.
Right. Ours is controls.
No, I had issues with it. I didn't care for it, and I really wanted to like it. Like you said, we were looking forward to it, and it was supposed to be one of the biggest games we were going to be playing for a while, and I was just, it didn't sell me on it. And that would be one of the few times that a demo would actually turn someone off from a game, I think.
Yeah.
Most of the time, a company puts out a demo when they're confident in their game and that it'll help sell. And I think that demo actually might have hurt the sales of Aces a little bit.
Yeah. Moving on to other games, there's a Capcom beat 'em up bundle, which is really cool. So it includes 7 games, retro fighting titles from Capcom. They all have online multiplayer as well as 4-player multiplayer local, which is unreal.
That's awesome.
It's
really cool.
Cool that they did that. That comes out September 18th. This one was a little bit of a surprise to me. I tried not to follow a lot of rumors and stuff before this direct because I wanted to get a little bit of hype up and also kind of make my own opinions and projections for what might come, but didn't see this coming. New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. So New Super Mario Bros. U is obviously from the Wii U. Deluxe, this follows similar suit as Mario Party 8, so there's little enhancements to it. The characters have been added. Nabbit has been added. Same with Toadette. Apparently when Toadette eats something or does something, I don't know, like shoves something up his butt or something, he turns into Peachette.
I think Toadette is a chick, buddy.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
My bad. Toadette.
No, I think it's similar to like your mushrooms for Mario. It's like
and I've never heard of Peachette. I don't know.
I have not either. That was a first for me.
She must be in some sort of series because they refer to as not an all brand new character, but just like and Peachette. And it's like you should fucking know what Peachette is. Yeah, it's like whoa, nothing. Okay. That launches January 11th, 2019. New Super Mario Bros. U was fantastic. I loved that game on my Wii U.
See, I didn't have the Wii U, so I never got to play it.
Oh,
and
it's
just
fantastic.
Watching that little tidbit there on the direct, that was awesome. It looked great, and I will probably be picking that one up.
Oh, definitely. It's
especially if
just
there's
classic
2-player online.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We're gonna be playing that for sure.
Next one was a pretty big surprise, and we're doing this in the order that they announced as well, guys, just for reference. But Katamari reroll, man. What in the hell?
Yeah, that was one of those games that I remember playing. This is a re-release, right? Not
it's
okay.
Katamari reroll.
Right. Yeah, I assumed reroll was meaning it was a re-release, but it's been so long since I played it, I couldn't remember exactly how all that went down. But anyway, I remember playing this at my sister's house. It was like some random game she had, and we would play it. And
it's a blast.
It is so much fun.
It's just a weird Japanese game.
The most bizarre. Yeah, that is the best way to put it. Just a bizarre Japanese game. I mean,
yes,
but it is absolutely fun, and I'm actually kind of excited for it.
Oh, dude, for sure. So obviously it's gonna have Joy-Con support. Sorry, right. And it's also gonna have local co-op. Kind of battle mode as well, which I'm really excited for. It's kind of who can roll the biggest ball of just crap, which is going to be awesome.
The most random Japanese items you can find.
Exactly. Yeah. And this one launches in winter of 2018, so not that far off. I mean, we're looking at maybe a couple months.
Right around the corner.
Yeah, which is awesome. Biggest piece of news out of this one, one of the biggest pieces, is that Nintendo Switch Online begins September 18th, which... that is not far away at all. I was completely wrong on saying that they might push it. Good on them for getting their stuff together. That's fantastic. It looked like they had their stuff together. They had the marketing materials done. The website's up. Everything's good. Like there's more information on it as to what I can buy. There's also more information on the different payment structures as well. With Nintendo Switch Online, you're getting a couple key features out of it. First of all, you're getting online play, obviously. NES games online, there'll be 20 of them, but you'll be able to play for free and access for free. And each one of those games will have not only local multiplayer, but they'll have online multiplayer as well, which is fascinating.
I'm interested to see how they do that on some of those games.
Yeah, that's very cool.
If it's going to be like a leaderboard or how they're actually going to pair all this together. But it'll be interesting.
They'll also take your saved data to the cloud, which is fantastic. There's smartphone app voice chat, which we're both kind of iffy on. There's also a hint at the end where they said special offers, and they kind of showed, the question mark box, the item box, which I'm assuming is probably going to be a games with gold kind of style thing, where either you get free games or you get a very large discount on certain titles on a weekly basis. So let's kind of open up on this one a little bit. Are you happy with all that info?
I really don't feel like I learned anything new from that.
Okay.
It's all stuff I've seen before. I mean, the special offers was kind of the newest thing, and I still had heard of it before. I was hoping they were going to elaborate on that a little bit, and they did not. Now, what we did find out is what the other 10 games for the NES, or the NES games are. So I'll go ahead and read through the list real quick.
Please do.
You got Soccer, Donkey Kong, Super Mario Bros., Ice Climber, The Legend of Zelda, Double Dragon, Ghosts and Goblins, Gradius, Excite Bike, Ice Hockey, Tennis, Mario Bros. Balloon Fight, Dr. Mario, Super Mario Bros. 3, River City Ransom, Tecmo Bowl, Pro Wrestling, Yoshi, and Baseball. Now, they also, which this was a little bit of a new tidbit, I guess, they announced that they are going to be releasing more NES games as well. They're going to be adding more things. So in the month of October, we're going to get Solomon's Key, NES Open, which is golf, Dodgeball, and in November we are getting Metroid, Mighty Bomb Jack, Twinbee, and in December we are getting Wario's Woods, Ninja Gaiden, and The Adventures of Lolo. So I think it's...
And these are all NES, right?
Right.
Okay.
Right. They are all NES right now.
Okay.
I think it's cool that they're adding more.
No, that's fantastic. Are they staying, or is this going to be like a Netflix style where like 20 come in, a couple leave, and then it always remains at 20? Or is it just going to keep building?
From the way they worded everything, it sounded like they're going to stay. It says, awesome. Get 20 games at launch with new games added regularly. That's great. It sounds like they're there to stay. And I guess this kind of goes back to what we talked about last episode. Is this going to drive the price up after a certain period of time when we get a bigger collection? Or...
Right. Perhaps, yeah.
Yeah. So, but I think the NES games, I'm pretty content with it. It wasn't an absolute like had to have type of thing. I am pretty excited to play The Legend of Zelda on my Switch. I think that's awesome, and being able to sit down and play that handheld or however. Other than that, I mean, most of the list is kind of your classic.
It's what they own.
I mean, right?
It's all licensing rights and stuff like that. At the end of the day,
some of the biggest names in their NES lineup. So I think it's pretty cool.
Absolutely, yeah.
But no, I think everything else was kind of meh. The online service thing didn't really tell me a whole lot other than the other 10 games and there were more coming.
They gave more information too. They gave information on pricing. So
right. Oh yeah.
1 month. So if you wanted to go month to month is $3.99. This is all US dollar increments, by the way. $3.99 for 1 month. 3 months is $7.99. 12 months, so a year, is $20. Now that's for one Nintendo account holder. If you want a family membership, which can hold up to 8 Nintendo accounts, it's $34.99 for the year. So not that bad at all. You can also get a 7-day free trial. Sign up on the Nintendo eShop on your device starting September 18th as well. So that's pretty cool if you want to just try it out.
I think the only new news out of that was the smaller increments. So like one
Right.
month for the $3.99. The family one had been announced before, the $34.99, and then the regular 12-month was the $20. That had also been announced previously, but yeah, the smaller increments for like
Yeah.
the 1 month and the
And
3 months and
yeah, and you'll be able to buy your subscription however you want to do it, either through Nintendo.com, through the Nintendo eShop, or like the other guys at select retailers, GameStops, Walmart,
Right.
stuff like that. You can pick up the cards. I mean, not a bad price.
No.
We'll have to see obviously what the actual service holds, but the difference now in this instance is that, and Nintendo knows this as well, is that it's not the Wii U where everything was free. This is someone's going to pay for this, so if people are going to complain about it, they have to change it
right.
because they
Yeah.
will have people online, and they especially
It'll definitely
do not
put
want
a
to.
fire under their ass. I mean, because
Yeah.
once you have paying customers, it changes everything. When
Yeah,
your
for sure.
online's free, you can be like, well, you're not paying anything for it, so why should I change it? But
Right.
once somebody's paying for it, now people are going to stop paying for it, and there goes some revenue. So
Now,
it'll definitely be good.
I went to on their website. I went to the feature section. I went to the special offers section, and so the special offers section actually has two things already, which might kind of line up with where we think this is going. Nintendo's done this in the past with exclusivity of things, but basically, an exclusive product offer is with a Nintendo Switch Online membership, you can play enhanced NES games the way they're meant to be played using the Nintendo Entertainment System style controllers. So the new controllers that they announced, and we'll get into that in a second. But they show that limited one purchase per Nintendo account with paid Nintendo Switch Online individual or family membership. So you can only get those NES controllers that we're about to talk about in a second if you have that. If you have Nintendo Switch Online.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't catch that. That's
That's on the website in small font. And it's not available for those also with a trial membership. And
That's
the
interesting.
other feature, or the other, special offer within it, so maybe they're not going to do a Games with Gold kind of style because technically they're giving you something every month, it sounds like, with the NES stuff. So they get around that stuff. Whatever. That's still cool. That's still free games, right? The next thing is a special offer for those with a 12-month individual or family memberships will receive an exclusive Splatoon 2 in-game gear download code. So Nintendo account holders with a 12-month Nintendo Switch Online memberships, individual or family, will get download codes for exclusive gear for your character to wear in the Splatoon 2 game. You'll get an email for your download code starting in early October. The exclusive gear is an online jersey and an online Squid Kid 5 shoes. Now, the download codes for exclusive in-game gear will be sent to the email address associated with a Nintendo account only of a 12-month individual membership or a family membership to purchasers of those two accounts. For family memberships, 8 download codes, one for each member of the family group, will be sent to the email address associated with the purchasing Nintendo account. You know what's going to happen with that? People are going to buy accounts and they're going to sell those keys on G2A, 100%.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
Unless they
That's
can
gonna get
link those
abused,
codes
for sure.
only to that email account, but other than that, yeah. So there's a hint towards their features. So I wouldn't be surprised if they come up with kick-ass products that you can only get if you have Nintendo Switch Online. And we'll get into that in a second here. And that is the new NES controllers. So obviously you just pointed out that they have 20 NES games at launch, that's an awesome lineup. And that they're pretty much looks like they're going to be adding 2 a month for an unknown period of time, which is fantastic.
I think it was about 3 a month.
3 a month, whatever, which is fantastic. That's great on them. I hope they continue to do that. It just increases the value of that subscription service every month. The new NES controllers are so cool.
They are pretty
I'm
cool.
nerding out. So they're the standard NES controller. However, they have the rail system that's on the Joy-Cons. They are wireless. They're not wired. Same form factor. They just have the little rail on the top with an L button and an R button on the top, which is kind of interesting.
I think the fact that they made it to where you can attach it to the side of your Switch is amazing.
Well, that's how you got to
That's
charge
just-
it, right?
Well, yeah, but I mean, obviously, like your Pro controller and stuff doesn't do that. So you still use your USB-C cords, but I think that was a genius idea. It looks interesting to say the least, but I think it was cool. It was something I didn't really expect, but when he said something about the left and the right, He's like, this is your left and this is your right. So I was like, oh my god, they did it. You're gonna attach an NES controller to your Switch.
Yeah, my God. They feature a rechargeable battery. It only comes in a set of 2, and they'll sell for $59.99 US, which is pretty steep. So
it's pretty steep, but at the same time, you are getting 2 controllers. I mean,
yeah,
their Joy-Cons
but they're not
retail for $80.
Yeah, so. Yeah, but these aren't.
You'll be able to use it.
There's nothing.
Surely you'll be able to use them for platformers and things. They can't be exclusive to just the NES games.
This is Nintendo, dude.
Well, that is true. Yeah, never mind. They're exclusive to NES. We're
This
screwed.
Isn't a Joy-Con where there's any smart. There's nothing in it. There's no rumble. There's nothing attached to it. Obviously, because they're going to be for NES games. But it's like T pointed out. Like, I would have just been happy with USB controllers. Like, I would have been okay with that. Would have been totally fine. Would have been fine with a wireless controller that I just had to plug in to. It's kind of a pain in the butt, right? Because it's like, if my Joy-Cons are dead and I want to play NES, but my NES controllers are dead, I have to put them on my Switch right now. I know you can go out and buy third-party charging docks. And Nintendo has one, right? Where you can, it's just for the Joy-Con? Yeah.
Just for Joy-Cons, yeah, I have one.
Which, I guess you have to go and buy one of those now.
I have one anyway just because I have that second set of Joy-Cons.
Yeah.
So I keep 2 on my Switch, and then I keep 2 on that charger, and then swap them around every once in a while.
So that's cool. I'm a big fan of retro games, so great to see them with retro stuff. It's kind of sucky a little bit that this is exclusive product offer to those with subscriptions.
Yeah, that was an odd move.
But, hey, I also kind of get it because people are going to run out the door to try and pick these up like crazy, just like they did with the NES Classic. But I don't really know if they can make this public then afterwards, because then you're taking away the exclusivity of being a Nintendo Switch Online.
Little side note there. My Walmart here in town has full stock of those NES classics. Well, so if you want one, I'll pick one up for you.
No. I'm fine. No. I'm fine.
Yeah. Anytime they release something like this, it's just unreal. It sells like crazy. To lock it behind that paywall, I mean, it's not a steep paywall, so whatever. But at the same time,
I have no problem. I actually have no problem doing that. My only thing
I was gonna buy the online anyway, but
like, I have no problem with them doing that. Like, that's fantastic. If I'm going to give them extra money, I have the ability to buy exclusive product that you cannot get on another store. That's fantastic. I like that. My thing is, will Nintendo actually keep it exclusive? If this thing gets sold out because this is going to get sold out. This is going to go into pre-orders, and it says shipments will begin in mid-December 2018, and it says subject to availability at time of purchase. This shit's going to be sold out in the first minute that's on the store. And they're going to keep doing a couple batches. But my hope is that they don't sit there and go, okay, cool, let's let everybody be able to buy these.
During the presentation, I didn't make the connection. He did say you can start pre-ordering on the 18th, but I didn't make the connection that was because you have to have the online subscription.
No, I didn't until I read the website that has a little line.
Huh.
Yeah.
Damn fine print.
Yeah.
No, I agree. And to get them, I mean, you only have to pay $4. Like, if you just want the NES controllers, you pay $4 for a month subscription, and you can get them. So, I mean, it's not a steep paywall to get to them, but yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, good luck trying to get a set of these when they launch.
Yeah, they're gonna be rough.
Like, when they're open for pre-order on the 18th, good freaking luck. I mean, it's gonna be bad. Back into some game stuff. Diablo 3 Eternal Collection comes out November 2nd. That's really cool. Obviously, you got Ganondorf's armor in that game, which is really cool. Super Mario Party, October 5th. We're looking forward to that. You were bummed out by some things. I saw today that there's a completely online minigame mode, which is random people online. That's fantastic. There's also like a team effort mini game, which is really neat.
Mm-hmm. I thought that the river adventure or whatever that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, they you can play online, but it's not the full board game Mario Party deal that I remember playing as a kid. It's more of just playing through the mini games, which I get it, you know, because playing through a full game of Mario Party takes a little bit of time. So I think they're worried about people backing out and not ever finishing a game. But I get it. I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I'm still stoked.
Plus, you're going to be back this way, so.
Oh, we're getting together and playing Mario Party.
Absolutely.
Get the wives together and play a good session of Mario Party. It'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
And then we got an interesting new game. That's the working title name is Town, so it might not be called Town by the end of it all, but that's the working title name. And that's by Game Freak, which, I mean, they're not doing Pokemon. It's a different game other than Pokemon called Town. We don't know much about it. It kind of sways in line with Pokemon a little bit. There's monsters that basically come into this town. That's kind of all we found out during the Nintendo Direct, and it's supposed to launch sometime in 2019. So I'm interested.
Looks
about
like
that.
it's similar battle style. They still had the like turn-based battle where you can choose which command to do. So they're not straying too far away. Kind of trying to keep the same formula, but I think it looks interesting enough. I'll definitely be keeping an eye out for it.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually had to Google Game Freak and look at their gameography just to see if they had ever done anything other than Pokemon, just because that's what they're so well known for. And they've actually done quite a few little
they've
projects
done
and stuff. I never heard.
Well,
any
that's
of
what
them,
happens,
but,
right? When you're known for something so big
Right.
like that, right? I mean, I think it's okay being known as the Pokemon guys.
Yeah, that would be okay.
I'll take that any day.
I'd be all right with that. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's cool. That's great. We're looking forward to that in 2019, and I'm definitely looking forward to hearing more information about that because those guys make some kick-ass games. Cities Skylines Switch Edition is actually available today, which is interesting, and you get both DLC packs. I think called After Dark and Snowfall, which are at night and with winter.
Right. And I got on and checked to see how much that is, and it comes in at $39.99.
Huh.
So with the DLC packs and everything, that's not too bad.
Curious to see how it runs.
Yeah, and kind of what they showed during the Direct, if that was actual gameplay footage, it looked a little choppy. So I'd be interested to see how that actually ends up running.
I definitely think you. I mean, first of all, you're not going to get a PC experience.
Well, obviously,
you're not even going to get an Xbox One experience, right? Like or a PS4. It's going to be dumbed down. But hey, it's cities on the go. Like that's kind of neat. That's cool. I think I'm going to pass on that. I usually like sim games, but just on a small screen like that, I prefer my sim games on a PC. That's how I am.
Yeah. Click.
So cool. You can go pick that up today. Damon X Machina, sorry, comes out in 2019. Kind of looks like a Gundam kind of style game. Not my type of game. It looked very.
I thought it looked pretty cool. I don't know if I'll end up picking it up. At least not at full price. Just because it's also not really my type of game, but it looked really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, being able to customize the mech and all that, and fly around and blow up other robots. For the right price, I'd be in.
Yep. So that comes out in 2019. Big announcement, Yoshi's Crafted World. That's something that had leaked, and I could not avoid seeing that rumor or that leak. But that's something that leaked a little while ago. That's supposed to be coming out in spring 2019, so not that far away. It's very cool.
Yeah, well, it initially had a release date of this year, so it's gotten pushed back at least once, maybe twice. I can't remember, but so we've been waiting for Yoshi news for a long time now, and so a lot of people are pretty happy to hear it.
It's kind of neat. This is like a mix of like a Kirby's Epic Yarn and like a Little Big Planet, where like you have like material based items and like a realistic kind of world.
Right. Half the things were made of like paper plates and that. So
spools of yarn and stuff like that. Yeah, no, it's super cool. Yoshi's Crafted World looks great. The coolest part about it is that you can go through a level one way and then you can go backwards through the entire level, which from an environment design standpoint is pretty crazy that they did that.
That is crazy. Because I mean, to have a level that can play both forwards and backwards, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Because everything still has to flow to an extent. I mean,
Oh yeah.
so
The level design would be insane. Because I mean, if you play it one way, you play it the
Yeah.
other way. There's got to be secrets playing it the other way, which is kind of interesting. I'm definitely gonna pick that up. Janelle loves Yoshi,
Yeah.
so we'll probably pick
yeah,
that
my
up.
boys
and play it.
love Yoshi too, so I imagine we will be picking that up.
So that comes out spring 2019. The next one was a little weird. It's from a company called Asmodee Digital. I'd never heard of them before.
Me either.
But basically, they're bringing a bunch of tabletop games to the system. They showed off a couple of tabletop games that you might have heard of, or played. The biggest one is Catan is going to be coming to the Switch through this bundle. We didn't really get much information on it. It smells a lot, which isn't a problem, but it smells a lot like a game where it's like, here's this game, and if you want Catan, it's an extra $5.
Yeah.
If you want this, it's an extra $10. If you want this, it's an extra $10, which is not a problem. I don't care.
No.
That's fine.
I get it.
I believe it's online. I didn't get that. I don't know if it's just AI or if it's online. I'm assuming it's online as well.
I would assume so.
Kind of neat.
I mean,
kinda
otherwise
cool.
I just buy the damn board game.
Well, board games are a massive thing right now, right? People are really
Right.
getting back into board games, and
Yeah.
I get it. I understand it. I probably won't pick it up because I like. The reason why I like board games so much is because I actually like to sit down and play a physical board game. It gets me away
Right.
from a screen and just connecting with people and strategizing in the real world rather than
Right. Breaks up the constant screen time we're
Right.
exposed to anymore. So
I think
No,
it'll
I
do really
agree.
well, though. I think a lot of places will aim to get their board games through those guys, which is great because that's just a money printer for them. They'll basically get a bunch of in-house shop work to make basically board games work and, license
Yeah.
them out and make money off of them. So it's smart on their part. But
I can see it
yeah.
being real popular with people who live, miles upon miles away,
Yeah.
where maybe, it's a friend that moved away or something of that nature. And so I can see it as a good online bonding experience, I suppose. But like you said, I don't think it's going to be something I'm going to be picking up.
Right. Then Civilization 6 was announced. That's comes out November 16th. That's really cool to the Switch.
Yeah.
I love
So
Civ
awesome.
games. Starlink Battle for Atlas comes out October 16th. Is this a Star Fox game or is it not?
It is not.
So
They approached
I'm not a
Nintendo and
massive Star Fox dude. Like aside from Slippy because he's just kick ass.
see, I don't like Slippy.
I like Slippy because people don't like him. That's why I
That's
enjoy
fair.
him because he completely fucks up the franchise. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's not. I don't
No, I
hate
see it.
Star Fox. I think Star Fox is cool. I've never
Yeah.
gotten way into those games. But okay, so you handle
This
this.
is they approached Nintendo and with the idea of adding Star Fox into this game because he would fit perfectly in the
And sell the
world
game.
that they're creating, which absolutely. And honestly, this game would not be on my radar if it wasn't for Star Fox being in it. I am not the biggest Star Fox fan, but I am a Star Fox fan, and watching some videos on it and stuff, it actually looks really cool, and I think it would be a cool game even without Star Fox, but I would have never paid any attention to it if it didn't have Star Fox in it.
Right.
And in that trailer, they also showed that Wolf is in there as a enemy, which is awesome. Wolf is a badass. But and it sounded like they brought Slippy and Falco. Falco.
Yeah, fuck.
And Pepper. And so I think it has potential, but if they're trying to create a brand off of this and not make it about Star Fox, I don't know if I would have put Star Fox as such a key marketing component in the first go around. I get it. You're going to make more money that way.
Oh,
But at
tons.
the same time, if you're trying to build an IP that stands aside from Star Fox, especially when this game is actually coming to other consoles as well.
Is it really?
Yeah, but Star
But
Fox is not going to
us.
be
Yeah,
in those.
without Star Fox. Yeah.
Star Fox is a Nintendo exclusive, which makes sense. But all of the marketing I've seen for this game has Star Fox in it, so it's
Is that its first
kind
launch
of
system?
interesting. What's that?
Is that the first system it launches on, or is it a sequence? Like, does
I did
it
not
launch on the
check to
same
see-
same day, or
I did not check. I'll look that up real quick.
okay? What do you hate about Slippy so much? Is it his voice? Oh,
Yes.
Fox! No.
Yeah, no,
Look
that's
out,
exactly
Fox!
it.
Look
That's
out!
exactly what it sounds like. It sounds just like somebody making
out!
some high pitched bullshit voice.
Holy fuck, Fox! Look out!
Yeah, nope. You nailed it right on the head there, buddy.
That's why I love Slippy
Yeah,
so much.
I can see it.
You think if Slippy was a real person in real life, he'd be the most paranoid person in the world? Like with the dumbest things, like he'd be that guy that's like, you know, like no running on the pool deck, Fox. Don't run with scissors, Fox. Careful with that paper. You might cut yourself.
It looks like it does come out on Nintendo Switch, PlayStation, and Xbox all at the same time.
Really? Wow. Because here's my thing,
all
right?
on October 16th.
From a marketing perspective, if it was like a 5 or 6 month exclusivity on Nintendo, I would totally understand why you would market like that. And then then you build that hype, and then people are gonna buy it on Xbox. People are gonna
on its own merits by that point, right?
You know, people are gonna buy it on Xbox, on PlayStation, and be like, "Where the hell's Fox?
Yeah, where the hell is Fox?
Where the hell is Slippy?"
Nobody's gonna ask that. Nobody wants that.
Oh man, I'm going in. Oh no.
Oh god.
Shit.
You sound like
Starlink.
Pinocchio, man.
Starlink Battle for Atlas, October 16th. Check it out. Or I feel like shoot, what's that? Oh, John C. Reilly from Step Brothers, and he has this doctor character. I forget what the doctor's name is, but he's like, Starlink Battle for Atlas. Check it out. Anyways, I'm getting off topic.
You're really selling the game to people right now.
Next,
they're gonna be all on board.
I mean, I think it's a cool game.
it
Regardless,
looks
even
pretty
without
cool.
Fox, it looks cool. That's cool that they got Nintendo to put Fox in there. That's so neat. I'm surprised Nintendo did that, honestly. Because isn't there rumors that there's like supposed to be a Star Fox game coming out?
There was before this was announced. I think this kind of squashed them. Because people were saying it looked like it was like a racing Star Fox game.
What? Like a
and
Sonic
this is
All Stars?
Yeah, kind of. I mean,
Why would you make that? Why not? Oh my god. What if Star Fox is coming to Mario Kart?
that'd be pretty cool, actually. Yeah. Give me an R-Wing cart. I'm on board.
Reggie, if you're listening to this podcast right now, which you probably aren't, because we're moderately popular. If you if you're listening, Reggie,
I will give you money
I need Slippy in Mario
for
Kart.
that. No, god damn it. That is not what we were talking
I
about.
need Slippy in Mario Kart. I want Mario Kart Double Dash to be recreated. And I want Slippy and a female version of Slippy to be created.
I
in that
hate you
game.
so much.
Thank you, Reggie.
What would a female version of Slippy sound like?
I think the opposite. It would be like some
It'd
like
be real deep.
It'd be like some ratchet girl from like Jersey or something. Like Slippy would be like, "Okay, Fox," and she'd be like, "Okay, Fox." Like Roz from is it Ross or Roz? I think it's Roz. Roz from Monsters Inc.
Watching you, Wazowski.
Okay, Fox.
Always watching.
Oh my gosh. Do a barrel roll, Fox. Oh shit.
Oh god.
And like but like the in-game sounds, like when you pick up, like, you know how Mario's like Yahoo when like you pick up like an item or whatever, hers should just be like a grunt. It'd be like a and then she'd throw it. You get knocked over.
You've got a bogey, Fox.
Yeah, she'd be like, she'd just be like a very melodramatic Wario. Like in between a Wario, a Waluigi, and a Roz from Monsters Inc. That's what the female version of Slippy would be.
That's a hell of a matchup there.
I just designed a character for Nintendo. If it's not in there, I'm pissed. Anyways,
Nightmare feel.
so yeah, Starlink, October 16th. Um, the next game that was announced, and I've been told to check this game out, and I haven't because I'm a terrible person. It's called The World Ends With You. This is Final Remix. This comes out on October 12th. Looks very interesting. I've heard a lot of stuff.
I have heard nothing but good things about this game, and every time I see it, I'm turned off from it. I don't care for the art style. It's
Okay.
There's nothing wrong with it. It looks great, but it is not something that interests me personally. Everybody rants and raves about it though. They absolutely love it, and I'm not on board personally. Mm-hmm. And I even like games of this nature because it's a turn-based game, correct? Turn-based RPG, or am I way off?
I'm pretty sure.
That's what I thought. So I even love games of that style, and I just no.
No.
For Shane, I'm gonna say it's not my cup of tea.
No.
Nah.
No.
Nah.
So anyways, check it out if you're into that kind of stuff. Go for it. Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Torna, comes out September 21st. I have not played the Xenoblade Chronicles. Have you?
I have played Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I have not played any of the other ones because I did not own Wii U, and at the time it was on the 3DS, and I have the doorstop 2DS, so
The doorstop.
it would actually not play it. But I played a little bit of it. I haven't gotten past some of the kind of intro stuff that everybody said is kind of a drag, and then it opens up. This is kind of interesting though because it's actually a standalone game, but it is also DLC, if that makes sense. So like if you bought the expansion pass, this is actually free, but at the same time, you can buy it as a standalone game. So that's kind of an interesting little thing there.
That's very interesting. Huh.
Yeah.
Weird. That comes out September 21st. And then we got to the Final Fantasy section, and they just decided, hey, let's just put every Final Fantasy ever.
Final Fantasy has never been on a Nintendo console, and they went all out. So that's interesting.
Man. So
I thought the Crystal Chronicles, which is the first one they talked about, that Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles.
yeah.
I thought that looked kind of cool.
Well, that's the one that they focused on most, right?
Right.
Which is cool.
Right. I thought. I'll let you go into it. Sorry.
Sorry.
I got ahead of myself.
My bad. They added
I'm excited.
They added online multiplayer mode, and they've got some new areas and dungeons, and they kind of just give a date of 2019. So, but I agree with you. It looks awesome.
Yeah, and they had online players up to what, 4?
Yeah.
So I thought that was really neat. Or you could even play couch co-op, I believe. But I thought it was a cool looking game, and it's been a long time since that came out, and a proper remake looks pretty good.
This is the weirdest thing too. Is like, so when I was watching the direct in the chat section, like nobody was excited for Final Fantasy. They're like, oh, whatever. But there's such a cult following for that game that this is going to sell. Like, this is going to print money again for Nintendo. It's gonna be insane.
I'm not even a Final Fantasy fan per se, but every once in a while I check one out.
The games are good.
Yeah, they're all good.
Solid games, man.
Yeah.
The other Final Fantasy games that were announced is Final Fantasy 15 Pocket Edition, and that actually launched today, which is awesome.
And that actually is on sale currently too. So they're doing like an early adopters discount on it. It's like 40% off. I think normally it was $29.99, and it's in at like $17.99, I believe.
That's a good deal.
So pretty significant discount for just launching today, especially.
That's awesome. And then Final Fantasy Maxima comes out November 6th. Final Fantasy 12, the Zodiac Age, is supposed to come out sometime in 2019. And then they announced that Final Fantasy 7, 9, and 10 will also come out in 2019. And I don't know if that means that they're coming in as a bundle or if that means they're all separately coming in 2019. I have no idea.
I was kind of curious about that as well. I bet they're going to sell them separately. More money in their pocket.
Yeah, I
they're
mean, they'll
gonna
probably
sell.
do 2 skis, right? They'll do like here's buy everything, you get like a
And then buy
$10
a big
discount,
bundle.
or you buy
Yeah.
a big bundle. Yeah. So, no, that's cool.
Yeah.
On to Smash news. So, they released a Smash bundle. That image got leaked a little while ago, and you and I discussed on it on Tuesday. It got announced, and that was the design. November 2nd is when the pre-orders. November 2nd is when that launches, and the pre-orders start today. So I'm sure that'll be sold out.
Right now that we've actually seen a better quality picture of it, I thought the dock looked pretty cool personally. But I'm also a huge Smash fan.
No, the dock looks great.
And I thought the Joy-Cons were very boring.
I thought the Joy-Cons
I
sucked.
was extremely disappointed in the Joy-Cons.
Oh,
They
same.
literally took the gray Joy-Cons and put a couple lines on them.
And it was
called
the
good.
worst, too, because in the video, they're like, this incredible dock with the original Smash characters on it. It's like, that's awesome. They're like, they're friggin' going and fighting each other. And they're like, and this unique Joy-Con design. And then these, like, just 2 fucking lines just come slamming down on this thing. And they're like, you're like, and? And then that's
what
it.
else?
Lines.
No, that's all you got. Yeah, I was extremely disappointed too.
A
'cause
quarter of
they're
the
like,
Smash
"Oh,
logo.
These Joy-Cons have been specially made for this bundle. Dash dash. Like, what the hell is that? That's
And
the most
I'm
boring
not-
shit.
I know. Even the Pikachu and Eevee, like, I was expecting them to be like, and the back features, like, shit, I don't know, like little icon designs or something would be fantastic, but there's nothing on the back. These are just bluish gray controllers with a line on them. Y'all could take a Sharpie marker to yours and do this. I guarantee that's going to be a meme. That's going to be the newest meme or the newest internet trend. People are going to take tape and they're going to put lines on their controllers with a Sharpie marker.
I feel like Nintendo's really playing it way too safe on these Joy-Cons, which is strange because they're both their docks and like the back of their Nintendo on the Eevee one of the actual Switch, were really busy and a lot going on, and then you get to the Joy-Cons and they're just bleh.
But I think
they're just boring.
It might be because of manufacturing, though, right? Like, look at the dock; it's a hunk of plastic. It's a
Right.
plastic wall. If you look at like how it's manufactured, it's a one piece and it kind of bolts on the front, so it's very easy for someone to do like a silk screen on it or something. So there's that. Maybe the Joy-Cons, it's hard, to add a design to it, but like just come up with cool fucking colors, man. Just come out with sick colors. Do something sick.
Interesting.
Make a camo one. Make a striped one. Make one with, I don't know, just holy crap, make a Fortnite one. Stick a Fortnite character on it and you'll sell a ton of them.
Yeah.
Like this,
absolutely.
I just don't understand. Like I get the logo. I get it. It would have been cool to have the logo like in the center of the dock or something with the characters surrounding it, or like on the back of the thing. And then like I would have liked to see not a color that looks like it's on a friggin' hospital wall.
I think my wife used the same color in our house somewhere.
Oh shit!
It's
I'm
like
sorry,
a bluish
Amber.
grayish. Yeah, Amber's gonna be pissed at you.
Oh man, no!
I
Are you talking about
agree.
your
It was
living room?
just-
That is not the
yeah.
same color. This one's like a
It's
light
close. It's close. No. She just painted the bedroom, and it's like a bluish grayish,
one. Oh,
greenish.
you guys got
color.
that. You guys got that Smash Bundle blue.
Yeah, Smash Bundle blue in my bedroom.
More.
I'm gonna take some tape and put it on the walls there too.
Give
Give me a couple of nice dashes across it. Yeah.
I don't know. I would have also liked to seen like a cool I would like to see like the characters colored on the dock too.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
Dude, Nintendo could just go and make so many different dock designs anyways,
They would make a fortune.
and people would still buy them.
I would, if they came out with just the dock by itself for something that I thoroughly enjoyed, I would buy it.
Brody, if they made a Slippy dock, I'd be on that shit quicker than a fat kid on a candy bar.
If
I'd
they
pick
make the
that up.
female version of Slippy, I will buy it.
I
There you go.
literally just
You
need
have
to
it right there, Reggie. You make it, I buy it.
I don't even care if there's an outline of Slippy. $60, I'm in.
Every time you put your Switch into it, it talks to you.
Yeah, absolutely. Charging up.
I'm not even gonna attempt the voice right now.
No, man. Like they definitely need to exploit that more. and no one's
Yeah.
gonna hate them for it. Like the beauty part of the Switch is it's not in my home all the time. I like to show it off. Like I like the fact that I have the red and blue Switch, and a lot of people I know have the black, the all black and gray
bought the
Switch.
black.
And I think it's kick ass that I've got these bright neon and bright red Joy-Cons that I can go out in public, and they're like, that's cool. Like I like that color. Like
I've got those bright yellow
you get the highlighter
ones,
yeah, and that's really cool. Like you can.
And then I also have did a swap on my gray ones to get the see-through forest green from like the old N64.
Right.
So,
but that's the thing.
Yeah,
like it's personalization, but it's like well beyond like when my Xbox controllers, right? I have a white one, I have a purple one, and I have a red one. Okay. And sorry, I don't have a purple one. I only have a white one and a red one. Why did I say that? I have a red one. I had
you're
a purple,
chronic liar.
No, I had a purple 360 controller. My bad. I have a red one and a white one. And I bought the red one because I'm like, this is kick-ass. This is red. I like this color.
Yeah.
It looks really cool. Awesome. But at the end of the day, it sits in my apartment. Like it's it is what it is. Yeah. I have the Switch, and I'm like, oh man, these are sick. Like if I get these colors, I put it on. I'm out there with these. This looks really cool. I'm playing with my friends. I've got my Switch, and my Switch looks really cool. There's a whole nother level of personalization to it, because you're out there in the wild with it.
Yeah, I think it's. I can't believe they have not been selling just a million different colors of these.
Oh my gosh, they could do
I mean,
a
if
N64,
you could make
they could do an S, because they're selling, all these kits are being sold online for N64 ones, SNES looking ones, NES looking ones. Like, oh my god.
Nintendo has such an iconic history behind them and everyone knows it, and they have this opportunity to print their own money as they have in the past, and they just don't. There's so many times I'm just thinking, Nintendo, you could literally just release anything with Link or Mario on it. Like it could be toilet paper with your favorite Nintendo character on it, and people are gonna buy it.
Could you imagine?
They could print as much money as they possibly could ever imagine, and they just don't.
I'm not even asking for like the most like intriguing, crazy designs either. On the Smash bundle, I'm looking for more than lines, because I just think that's an incredible piece of intellectual property, and you deem it to that, and it's like, holy crap, man! Like put more work into it, for God's sake.
Yeah,
but
you
then,
take all of Nintendo's biggest characters and throw them into one
and you put
really
two
beloved
lines
game
on the Joy-Con, like it's
and you put two
come on.
lines. It was
like
Nintendo. It was lackluster, and I was
Who knows?
disappointed.
Maybe before
whatever.
they launch, maybe Nintendo announces that there's other Joy-Con kits based off of like pairings. Like I would love to see a Star Fox and Falco one. I would love to see like a Slippy and a Birdo, and I would love to see Nintendo's most beloved characters, Slippy and Birdo, together in a pack would be incredible. No, I mean I would like Mario and Luigi.
No.
Like, why has that not even happened?
Yeah, why is there not a red and green pack?
Hell, why is there not a red and green pack, and the red one has like blue buttons on it or yellow buttons on it, and or has like blue like strap holder on the red one and a blue strap holder for the green one, as like after like their pants or whatever. But like,
or even just announcing like the Pokeball ones, like do a red and white and black, like make it look like a damn Pokeball and release it with Let's Go Eevee, and people are going to buy it.
They literally could put out like a brick one from like Super Mario Bros. And I would buy that shit. Like, there's not much work that has to go into this stuff. They could literally do the brick one. They could do like an item box one. They could do like, oh my gosh, they could do a Mario Kart one where it looks like a road or something. Like, there's so many things that they could do.
If you give me a green one and a pink one, and it looks anything like Zelda colors, like Zelda and Link, absolutely, I'm buying it right now. Zelda's my favorite franchise.
One. I mean, they have a green
Zelda.
pink one, but
not Splatoon colors. Like I said, it's still gotta at least look somewhat like Zelda and Link. But yeah, they put something out like that. Absolutely, I'm on board.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully they
100%.
Hopefully they come up with stuff. I mean, I like. It's my moment. If I was Reggie,
This is it.
It's my Reggie moment. If I was Reggie, I would have come out with that bundle. I would have still come out with those controllers with the lines on it, and then I would have said, and here's our champion pairing Joy-Cons as well, where you have a Falco and a Fox, where you have a Mario and Luigi,
Right.
where you have a Donkey Kong and a Diddy Kong, where you have all these different Joy-Cons laid out. And also, I get they are totally on board with people using GameCube controllers, but try to sell some more Pro controllers. Here's a Pro controller for Smash. Here's a really kick-ass design on it. You should buy this.
Right.
Then
Well,
push it forward and walk away.
They do have a Smash Pro controller, but it's kind of similar. It's black and white, and it's got the lines on it.
No, I didn't know that.
Don't get me wrong. The Pro controller actually does look kind of cool.
Okay.
It's still extremely simple, though. And for my controller, I don't necessarily want something too busy on like my Pro controller, but on Joy-Cons where you're actually taking it out and about and kind of hanging out with it, like, yeah, no, if you put out something really awesome, I want it. But
well, this is also like, remember when it was okay, so everyone's coming out with all these different controllers, right?
right.
Like Xbox and Sony. Xbox definitely a lot more heavy on the custom controller stuff. Like there's clearly
They have
a big path to revenue there that they see.
Yeah.
But it was the NFL controllers. Remember when they launched that? We're like, oh my god, that is kick ass. That is kick ass. And we go
gonna get my Ravens
and
controller.
and I'm like, yep, I'm gonna get my Seahawks controller. And I get in there, and the placement of this fucking logo is like wrapped around the handle, and it's like tiny. Like if you're a Steelers fan, instant boner. The Steelers logo somehow is like massively on the side of the controller. It's beautiful. If you're like,
if you're a fan
anybody
of any
else,
bird,
if you're a fan of any bird, you're screwed.
The Seahawks, the Ravens. I mean, yeah,
the
you're
Falcons.
just screwed. That's
the
a
Cardinals.
big white controller. You can't even change the color of the controller.
I know
it's
you
white.
can't change. Which I get that from a licensing standpoint, because then that thus would change. It would technically wouldn't aspire to the team controllers. But then just make it the team controllers. If I'm gonna buy a friggin' Seahawks controller and put a Seahawks logo on a white ass controller, I'm probably going to be okay with the team colors.
Yeah. Yeah, if you give me a giant purple controller with gold, white, and black on it, Brody, I want it.
This podcast ever takes off, we're making a controller company.
Yeah.
And not one of those shitty ones.
Right now, I'm willing to throw so much money just to buy controllers and so much bullshit.
Brody wants to buy a controller with Joe Flacco's face on it.
No,
and no one will deliver.
Oh,
he simply
put
wants
Suggs' face on there, man.
He simply wants a purple controller with Joe Flacco's face. Mouth is where the D-pad is. 2 eyes line. No, his mouth is right under the start button. His 2 eyes line up perfectly with the analog sticks. The head is cocked at an angle so that it lines up with the eyes and the analog sticks. That's all this man wants. In purple.
I'd buy it. That's fine.
I would too. Imagine it. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I would love if Microsoft,
Major Nelson make it happen.
Major Nelson. If you can come out with the Xbox custom controllers where you can put your own image on it, oh my gosh.
I understand why they don't do that.
Oh yeah.
The same reason.
Well, absolutely. Well, if you
I feel like we've been down a very similar road before.
Maybe you could pick from like some stock images or something. You know, imagine if you get your gamer tag photo on there. That'd be pretty cool. Mine's right now Pinhead Larry from SpongeBob. So that'd be kind of neat.
Bob Ross Deadpool.
Yeah, so that'd be kind of cool.
But if I could make a controller with my own image on it, you bet your sweet ass. No, for Christmas you will get a Belfie controller.
Gross. You know for sure I'd send you one with this beautiful, intricate looking Victorian style print, and then if you took a magnifying glass to it, it'd just be a bunch of dick butts. So it'd look classy. Something that you would something that would sit on a Victorian tea table, and you'd be like, that's a piece of art. You know?
Everybody would compliment it, but you would have to feel dirty say, just because you know what it is.
Come close. Look. It's a dick butt. Be fantastic. Oh, all right. I don't know how. Okay, I was gonna say I don't know how we got that from Final Fantasy, but we got into that from Smash. All right. Anyways, past that. GameCube controller and the expansion ports for other GameCube controllers is available for order November 2nd. That's cool. Do we have any details on this GameCube controller? Like, does this one have Rumble and everything in it, or is this like an empty one?
Yes, I believe so. It's supposed to be pretty original to the old school GameCube design. I believe.
Okay, that's fine. I will probably buy one.
It's black with a pretty plain logo in the middle of it for Smash. So
that's cool.
I'm noticing a trend.
Are you?
I don't know if you are or not, but
well,
I'm seeing a little bit of a trend here.
Just hey, put it on there.
Yeah,
I know. It's like
lines.
It's like the "Make America Great Again" thing. It's kind of like just put it on there. Put on that hat.
Yeah, and there's
sir, we need on there. Sir, we need hats for Smash Brothers. Do we have a logo? Yeah, sir. It's just a circle and 2 lines. Can it fit on a hat? Yes, sir. But that would be fairly simple. Put it on the hat. Every meeting right now, Nintendo. Do you have a shirt? Yes, sir. Should we put the Smash logo on it? Yes. Okay, sir. We were thinking we'd put the circle in the whole chest. No. Just make it the size of a quarter and put it over the pocket, and then sell it for $29.99.
Oh yeah.
Good God, sir! There's people making their own Joy-Cons. How can that be? Sir, they're just drawing lines. My God. I totally see the trend with you as well. I mean, it's just... I get it. I mean, that's your logo, right?
I don't know if they're... I wonder if they're just trying to make it sleek and not just overpowering. Because the other special controllers that they did were also a little bit plain. The Xenoblade one had like different controller, or the grips on the controllers were slightly different, and then it had like also 2 lines, but in a different shape. I think they're more of an X.
It's got to be a manufacturing thing. Like it's got to be somewhere in the manufacturing process. Like it's too long to do an intricate screen print or something. Or someone just really friggin' loves lines at Nintendo right now, and it's just like, hey, like. Let's just drag this PNG.
Just have the biggest
here we
boner
go
for lines right now.
Yeah, man, I love lines. They've got Eddie Van Halen in the art department.
Just lines everywhere.
Yeah, lines are sick. God. Watch what happens when I put all this tape down and then I paint it and I remove it.
Lines.
I
got big lines, small lines, thin lines.
Man, it's crazy. On to more Smash news. It was announced that Isabelle is going to be in Smash. So Isabelle's a Animal Crossing character. So that was fantastic news. I probably won't play her because not, well, you just immediately, no, you just shut that down.
Sorry. That was too judgmental. I didn't like Villager either. So not really my thing. I'm big on the Fire Emblem sword players. So I like the Marth and Ike and Roy and all that.
And then
Sheik.
And then what happened, which Nintendo does so good at toying at our hearts, is I told Brody earlier, I wish we had, and we'll get to it at one point, but a video version of this podcast, and we could have watched it live. That would have been fantastic, because they announced Isabelle, and I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. And they hadn't said that she was in Smash yet. I'm like, oh my God, there's an Animal Crossing coming to Switch. Holy crap. And then they're like, Isabella's coming to Switch. And I'm like, oh, that's cool, but no Animal Crossing. And then it happened. It panned away, and I went to Tom Nook. And my brain was just confused, and I went, holy shit, Tom Nook's now going to be in Super Smash Brothers. This is it. Tom Nook, everyone's most lovable raccoon, is now going to be in Super Smash. Nope. He's going to be in a new Animal Crossing, which is incredible. That is fantastic news. A new Animal Crossing to Switch in 2019 also. 2019 is going to be a big year, man, for Nintendo.
There's a ton of good stuff coming. It's going to be a big year, period, man.
You know what, man? I think there's way more cool stuff coming in 2019. I would be very surprised if we don't have an announcement about Mario Kart in 2019, and then we lead into like an E3, and then it comes out like soon after, or it could come out before, honestly.
Or at E3. They like to do all that too. And Mario Kart 9004 is available for purchase in the eShop right now.
Mario Kart 9 Deluxe Switch Edition HD Remastered Retooled Remake Toad's Treasure Hunt Adventure version
Super
Toadette
Ultimate.
Peachette Mario and Luigi Bundle Expansion Pack. It's going to be friggin' sweet. And it's going to be only available to Nintendo Switch Online 36-month members. It's going to be fantastic. People are going to love it. And you can only use the NES controllers.
Damn, you just trolled the hell out of Nintendo with that.
No.
That was beautiful.
No, it's going to be it's going to be easy. It's going to be called Mario. I bet you just called
Mario
it's called
Kart
Mario
9.
Kart. I mean, no, it's just called Mario Kart.
Just Mario Kart? You think they're just going to go back to the beginning here?
I think once you get past 8 and you go to 9 and all that kind of stuff, it just gets daunting. Unless you call it Mario Kart X for like 10.
Why is that the magical cutoff? Why is 8 okay but 9's not? I mean, I could see 9 and then starting back over, but why we got to stop at 9?
I don't know, man. It's just
Didn't they do Mario Kart or Mario Party? What did Mario Party go up to?
Bro, didn't they do like Mario Party like 15?
Yeah, it was something ridiculous.
It was something crazy. They went up to 11, I think.
Was it 11? I was thinking it was either 11 or 12, but I wasn't sure. Huh.
Well, here's my reason, right? Is that I don't know if it's in Chinese culture or Japanese culture, and someone can correct me and call me a dumbass on Twitter if you want, please DM me. Or just publicly outcry it. But 8 is a lucky number, I believe, in Chinese or Japanese culture, and 4 is also lucky, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
But the number, what number is it? Yeah, I think there's some number. So I lived in an apartment building in Toronto, in a condo for a year, and there's a heavy. It's created by a Chinese resident company, and
4 is considered to be unlucky. I had to Google it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
8 is though, right? Is lucky.
So
anyways,
sorry.
In my building, no floor ended with 4 or started with 4.
Really?
In the elevator, yes, no floor, and there's no floor 13 either.
They don't like the word 9
Huh.
because the Japanese word for 9 is very similar to another Japanese word that means pain and suffering.
Okay, cool. So they're not going to call it 9.
So there you go. Yeah, it's not going to be 9.
I knew I had a reason why. I knew there was something from way back that I learned from it, but yeah, I don't see it. I don't see it happening. But anyways,
yes, 8 is a lucky number.
Okay, 8 is, and 4 is the unlucky number, correct?
Right.
Okay,
so you were close, just
right.
slightly off on 4, but yeah.
And there was never a Mario Kart 4.
That makes sense. There wasn't, was there?
Oh my god. The
It
Illuminati.
all makes sense now, yeah.
The Illuminati meet every Wednesday at Dunkin' Donuts. Okay, so anyways, let's pan out through this Nintendo Direct real quick. Underwhelmed or overwhelmed with everything? Are you happy with it? Or are you not happy?
I was pretty happy with it. Nothing too crazy. I would have liked to have a little bit more Smash news.
Wow, they're saving it.
Right, and I get it. And they've had a couple pretty big Smash Directs and everything recently, and people are kind of getting up in arms about it. But no, I thought it was pretty good. Nothing real big on my radar out of it, but there was a few things that looked kind of cool. I'll look into them a little bit more. I think overall it was okay, and there was some big surprises in there which were kind of interesting. So
yeah, no, I mean I was cool with most of it. Some people were like, "Oh, that ending was terrible." I think that ending was fantastic. We got an Animal Crossing. The hell's the matter with you?
That's starting to become kind of a trend with Nintendo to do that little troll thing.
Yeah, which is great.
Which is cool.
It's fantastic.
I think it's
everybody just wants Smash, and Nintendo knows everybody wants Smash, so they're going to focus on other products to get them to buy stuff before Smash, because a lot of people are going to say, I'm holding out to buy a Switch, or I'm holding out to do all this before I get a Smash, or before I get a
sell them now, and
before I get them. So they're going to sell the Switch bundle now for Smash. They're going to sell all these different things, all these games, and hype these other games up before Smash comes out so that they buy those as well. But yeah, I mean, I was fine with it. I thought it was a decent Nintendo Direct. There's some surprises in there, like a lot of the retro stuff. It was a big surprise to me. So what do you wish that, just quickly, what do you wish they announced that they didn't?
I would have liked to see some Metroid news,
Okay.
Metroid Prime. Like I said, I would have liked to see, like, at least, well, I guess we did get one more character for Smash, but someone other than Isabelle.
No love for Isabelle.
Yeah. Other than that, I really would have liked to see some Fire Emblem news too, because that comes out in the first part of next year. Other than that, I was content.
We should have another Direct before Christmas.
Yeah. There should be at least one more, maybe two. Yeah.
I would suppose there would be another Smash Direct.
Yeah, there will at least be another Smash Direct, and then probably a regular Direct before the end of the year, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Probably in that order, Smash, and then
another Direct, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what you wanted to see, Fire Emblem and Metroid?
Yeah, I think
That's
those
cool.
are two of the upcoming games that I'm pretty excited about.
Yeah, I wanted to see. I still await the day for Mario Kart.
Double
not the-
Dash 2.0.
Dude, Double Dash is unreal.
Double Dash was the best. It was the best game in the series.
Best game, and I
So
so hope and wish that they bring that back. Please,
Yeah.
Reggie, bring that back.
Reggie, even though you aren't going to listen to us, please.
Please just bring it back. Please. But yeah, I await, obviously, Mario Kart news. It's fantastic. I got my news for Animal Crossing.
Crossing.
Stoked about that. And
As soon as I saw that was announced, I'm like, damn it, Jeff was right.
and I'd like to. I was kind of actually hoping that they would announce like some more Labo stuff, honestly.
Yeah.
Not that I'm personally a massive fan of Labo. I have messed around with it a little bit, but I would have liked to see like what other. I guess they just announced like the car one just a little bit ago, but I would have liked them to like elaborate more and see like some more technical kits. Like I'd like to see some more kits that are like more like adult kind of complex kits or what. Not that they're not complex to make, but like it's for one of those things where it's like you make it for your kids.
Oh yeah,
You
like
know?
I have both of them. I got them for my birthday, and I have not built them. And I want to build them with my boys, but we don't have enough time most of the time, and it's kind of just scattered and here and there. So I actually have not even opened the boxes yet. I do want to build it. I think it's a really, really cool idea. If you have the time or someone who is actually interested in them, I think it's awesome. I think the innovation of it in itself is very cool.
Right.
I take something, make something, and it's out of freaking cardboard. Like that is just such a bizarre left field thing, but it's such a Nintendo thing as well. It's just it screams Nintendo. And
Well, I mean, you had Google
I think it's awesome.
do cardboard, right?
Yeah,
For
they
VR.
did. They did the VR headsets.
Yeah. So what are we hyped out about? I'm hyped out about Animal Crossing and also, honestly, those NES games. That's really cool that they did multiplayer and everything through them.
I'm excited for the NES games, and Katamari looks really cool. I'd be excited to get back into that. And Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe.
Yeah.
Pretty excited about that one as well.
Cool. Are we confused by anything after this direct? Like, do we have any other questions where we're like, what the hell is happening with that? Or like, what is that?
Kind of confused as to what the hell happened in that Splatoon 2 trailer.
I think most of North America is.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell was going on there, but whatever. Other than that, no, I think everything was pretty straightforward. I mean, I guess I was hoping for more on the online service, but I don't think there is more. I think it's as simple as it is, what they're telling us now. So,
Right.
no, I think everything else looked pretty good and pretty straightforward. Did you have anything that you thought was kind of?
I mean, I was just confused by this Smash bundle. I was kind of hoping that leaked image wasn't real because it was just kind of underwhelming. Just the Joy-Cons, that is, not the dock. The dock's really cool.
I guess the one thing we did come to out of this is the fact that we're confused as to why the hell Nintendo is not printing their own money by just using their IPs, make controllers. Pretty much.
To make a lot more of them.
A lot of controllers.
I'm not really confused by the online stuff. I'm confused.
I'm not
that
really
the special
confused,
offers
but...
a little bit. If you told me that the special offer was that you would have access to download 2 free NES games every month, I would say that's fantastic. But currently, your special offers are codes for a game I don't care about, which is fine. That's me. I don't care about that. There's a lot of people that care about Splatoon. I get that. And the ability for me to buy other things, which again is fine. There's exclusivity. It's a club. I get it. But give me games with gold deals, give me free games. The fact that I have, a 12-month subscription, hey, just because you have a 12-month subscription or you're a Nintendo Switch Online member, you get, access to 20% off Final Fantasy X, that's the kind of stuff I want to see, and hopefully they build that out. But also, how can they build that out when the eShop is the way it is right now?
Yeah, I'm interested to see what happens with the update on the same day online goes live. They're also doing a big update to the Switch. I don't know if that's just to bring in the online or if we're gonna get anything else in it. Like a little surprise, but I doubt it.
I highly doubt it. I'm sure it's just the ability to
I just want themes.
Stuff.
I just want themes. That's all I want. And for him to organize the eShop and get that all sorted out. But
yeah, buddy.
Other than that, I'd be content with themes and the eShop fixed, and after that, I don't care.
Cool. Well, that was all we have to say about Nintendo Direct. Obviously, big Nintendo show because it's Nintendo news, but just a quick discussion around this, just because we're stretching time here pretty quickly. So new iPhones were announced. That's great. That's cool. One of the biggest things Apple's trying to push, and a lot of people are trying to push, is AR gaming right now.
Right.
And they pushed AR at their event in 3 different ways. One through a statistical measurement tool for basketball players, which is really cool. Another was Blades, but that was actually AR. Sorry, that was his performance for their chip. Blades, Elder Scrolls Blades from Bethesda. Todd Howard up there. And then the third was an AR Galaga Space Invaders game. And I see AR as just a fad. And I don't know if I'm the only one on the island that sees that.
No, I'm right there with you.
I literally
agree.
see it in the same scope and level as VR at this point.
Yeah.
I think AR is fantastic for things like automatic measurement tools and statistical calculations for your basketball plays. I get that. That's crazy. Yeah. That's fantastic, right? That's great. That's giving me data, right, from augmented reality that I can use. AR is not there at all right now. AR is super cheesy. AR right now to me is in that stage of the QR code.
Yeah.
Where it's holy shit, look, there's this floating, Pikachu. How many people do you know that play Pokemon Go have AR turned on? And it's not because of just saving battery. It's there's no nobody is this is when you first did it, you're this is cool. There's Pikachu. He's in a pile of vomit in downtown Chicago. This is fantastic. No,
look,
you
there's a
turn
rat-a-tat-a on that homeless guy's head.
I'm gonna catch him.
It wasn't.
Huh.
Yeah, it was the novelty wore off extremely quick. And I don't even think of it as the same as VR currently. I think VR currently has made huge strides.
Yeah.
I think of it as VR as the headsets. You remember the big headsets they had when we were kids?
Yeah.
And you'd had to put that thing on and like walk around with this controller and this giant headset that like hurt your neck because it was so big. And
Yeah.
that's I view AR currently in a similar vein as that. I feel like it's something that, like you said, a fad, and it will be gone shortly. I think I could see it making
From
another
gaming.
comeback. Right. From gaming.
Like, I'm not saying the technology is dead. I'm just
No,
saying
it has its
AR in
purpose for
gaming is just not there. And I don't think
Right.
anybody really gives a damn about it.
No.
Like, AR for
No.
gaming is going to be this thing where people get grants and funded for all these companies and stuff like that, just like they did for VR a couple years ago when all those VR gaming companies spun up and they got investors and all that kind of stuff. And then they're going to try to sell it, and people aren't going to care because they don't want to walk around with their phone, their Switch, all these different things and look like an idiot.
Yeah. Well, and on top of that, I am concerned about AR at being a prominent part of the gaming community just because it's been dangerous. I mean, look at all the accidents just from Pokemon Go. Even if they aren't actually using the augmented reality,
Yeah.
you're having people walking around playing a game out in public or, around busy roads and things like that. And there is a certain danger level to it, I suppose.
Oh, yeah. Especially in my town, Naperville, Illinois.
Right.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
It's Pokemon Go Haven, man, which is great. But yeah, man, I'll be driving, and if it's like 6 o'clock, 6:30, 7 o'clock at night, and I'm near like the park, the river park, ooh,
Yeah.
I gotta watch out, man. There's people gonna be jumping in front because they're trying to catch, like a fucking Diglett.
I can see AR making a comeback later on down the road once technology advances even more, similar to how VR did it. I mean, like I said, they came out with those awful headsets forever ago.
Yeah.
And they just sucked. And
But
then,
even VR games, man, like they're not.
They're still not perfect, but they're
I mean,
way better than what they were.
PSVR is a success in the eyes of the VR industry because of what it is and the fact that it's it's attached to a PlayStation on top of that. So I mean, to do the whole bundle, it's expensive. An HTC Vive is expensive. You have to have a PC that can run it, and then you have to have the actual unit itself. Oculus is expensive. All these are expensive. Magic Leap is going to be ridiculously expensive. And that's AR, that's not VR. But like all these things are so expensive, and I haven't seen something where it's like, holy crap, you need to go out and get this game right now and play this on VR, because everything that's being created is like Wii Sports syndrome is what I call it. Like, how do I take something? Because I get it, it's virtual reality. I get it. So people are like, "Whoa, Jeff, you got to take reality and put it." You don't. You don't have to do that. You can build a kick-ass game like a Skyrim in VR, right?
Yeah.
You can take Skyrim, and that's awesome. That's fantastic, right? But take a game where like you're playing mini golf. No, I don't need to do that. Like, oh, here's a game where you get to cook. I don't care. I don't need that. That's not going to sell VR for me. What's going to sell VR is creating a complex, narrative-driven storyline that's just an insane, like a Halo. Like a Halo is what's going to sell like a VR where you're in there and you're like, holy crap. Not only am I in this game, visibly, I'm using my vision, right, my sight in this game, right, in VR, which is everything. I'm also using my hands in this. And I'm actually playing along to a story. I'm not just climbing a rock wall. I'm not golfing. I'm not cooking. I'm not just doing actions that I can just do in my everyday life. I don't want to do that. I want to escape reality. And I get there's some games that do that, but most of the games that do that are artsy games. And there's nothing wrong with artsy games, but I'm not connected to it. Like, no one's sitting there going, oh my God, you need to play The Witness in VR. Like, oh my God, you need to play fucking Flower in VR and roll around like a flower petal in the middle of the wind. Nobody's doing that. People want like a Call of Duty Blackout in VR and be able to do that, and it doesn't work because it's too hectic. There's too much shit going on.
Yeah.
Like what people expect and want out of it isn't achievable right now.
Yeah, they want Ready Player One, but we're not at that place. I mean,
not at all.
Not even close. So we're so far off from that. I mean, I guess we're not so far off, but we're
so far off on a consumer level that anyone could possibly purchase.
Even if the technology is somewhat close, which I've seen the track. What do they call them? The things they're running on the track deals.
Treadmill.
Yeah. It's a fucking treadmill.
It's a fucking Bowflex, Brody.
I've seen that people have made those, but they actually cost an absolute fortune and so for it to be something that you could actually sell to consumers, it's just not even close. We're not even close at all.
The only way to quantify being like this headset, okay, this virtual reality headset that I've just now bought, is going to give me the advantage to play a piece of intellectual property that I cannot get anywhere else. I will play this in a way that I cannot play anywhere else, which is, looking around in virtual reality. And I will feel immersed enough through this story that I don't need to buy a $4,000 treadmill. I do not need to buy a $1,000 vest that's going to punch me in the fucking kidneys when I get shot. I don't need to, like, it's going back to the Wii days where it's like, I need to buy a baseball bat attachment.
Well, and also
for my Wii, so I feel like I am swinging a baseball bat.
Or just the tennis racket. I like to play baseball with a tennis racket.
Yeah, exactly. I need to buy the tennis racket. I need to buy the Everlast boxing gloves for $29.99 that my Wiimotes go into to punch people to feel like I am truly boxing, or I am just flailing two controllers around.
And on top of that, I play video games to relax. I don't want to be up and running around to play video games. I want to sit down on my couch in front of my TV, put on a headset, probably bullshit with you,
don't need to run
and play a game.
You don't need to run a
video
game.
I know.
Use the controllers.
Right. Yeah, most
but
of them
the problem
is
that you either, like, some of them
you're
just
standing
stand
or
up,
you're still doing
then
things.
they climb this rock wall. Whoop,
trust me, I can sweat doing Wii boxing. So.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
arms.
That's not what arms, absolutely. I get hot and sweaty and angry, and I don't like that.
Someone's turned on out there now.
No, for me, I like to sit down and relax, and I personally don't see anything in VR for me. I think it's a neat piece of technology. I think it does some really cool things.
And
some people
are
extremely into it.
Same thing with AR.
Right. I
just don't see it.
I'll stick to my controller.
AR is going to be one of those things where it's like, listen up, class. We're going to learn about how a whale's vagina works. And they're going to be 1,000 sixth graders in a gymnasium. And they're all going to be wearing Magic Leap headsets at this private school. And it costs $2 million to venture into the world of a whale's vagina. And that's AR. Come with me now, children. We'll walk through. Follow the red tape on the floor. That's what AR is going to be.
There's something severely wrong with you.
No, that's what it is. All the ads that they've shown for Magic Leap is a classroom. A whale jumping out of the basketball court. Holy shit, we just saw a whale, not a real whale, a fake-ass whale, jump out of our dingy basketball court. Fantastic. Like, AR's purposes are not... I don't think AR's purposes are for entertainment, dude. AR's purposes
I think they're
are
for
just
teaching.
No, I don't think they're for teaching either. Honestly.
I see more of value in using them as a teaching tool and showing whales' vaginas.
Here's the problem, though. You're seeing what the commercial wants you to see, which is what it can do.
I've never
not
seen
what
the
it,
commercial.
Okay, well, sorry.
So
You're coming up with the ideas of what the idea is, not what the cost of that idea is. There is no fucking way, unless little Timmy is going to pass the Magic Leap set over to little Jimmy, then pass it down to little Deborah, little Donnie, little Bonnie, down the line. There's no way schools are going to be able to afford those at all.
I can see them in private schools. I'm
Dude,
not
the
talking
cost
about
of those
public
magic
schools.
leaps is ridiculous.
Well, you
know
don't
what I
have to
see?
get magic
I
leaps
see
just to have
Google
that.
sweaty ass Google cardboards in the class.
Which
people are drawing cocks on them and stuff, and they just
Absolutely.
pass them around in history
I'm not
class.
talking about using the top of the line, absolute best of the best on the market right now, but I can
then we get
see
shitty
AR
AR.
as a system. Exactly. I don't think that they are even thinking about using it for good. Don't tell me that every time you went into school and they had some idea for, oh, well, we're going to do this, it was just great. Like, there's no
Dude, they
way.
had terrible
There was
ideas.
so much.
I
Oh,
bring up the
absolutely.
whale. I bring up the whale because I walked through a fucking whale.
Right.
They had at
Exactly.
Earth Day. They brought through into our friggin' gym. Okay, in my small ass town. First of all, the fucking whale couldn't fit in the gym, so half the fucking whale was outside of the gym doors. All right, you walk through this thing's mouth. It just looked like a giant fucking garbage bag on the inside. And they had these things set up where it's like, this is the whale's ribs, like, and oh no, this is the dumpster of plastic and syringes that the whale ate in the ocean that we accidentally threw in the ocean.
The whale's vagina is like a repressed memory for you, isn't
Dude,
it?
I walked the fuck out of that thing. I was birthed from a fucking garbage bag whale.
Now
Like, you should have seen this thing, dude. Showing up, little Jeffy showing up at like, 8 years old, 9 years old. There's a fucking whale's head coming out of the school, and I'm like, this is sick. We line up in the morning, we walk into the whale. Inside of it, you can see its ribs. You see this pile of trash in it. There's like 50 of us inside of this whale, this garbage bag whale thing, and we're just, I mean, you could stand up in it fully. It took up the whole gym. It was like some experience thing that they take around, right? And the guys look like carnies that set it up, and we walk into this thing, and I was.
this story keeps getting so much better.
It was just sweaty as hell, disgusting.
Oh god.
I mean, there was not a person in this whale that didn't have swass, and it was disgusting. It smelled. And that's great that AR is going to take that away from kids, because no kid should have to go through that. Like, that's what I learned about whales. That's it. I learned that they have a pile of fucking garbage inside of them, and they're fucking huge because they can't fit in my school gym. And kids with AR are going to say, yeah, I saw a whale today. It jumped out of the fucking 3-point line today at school. It was awesome. But everyone had to pass the headset around, and now everyone has mono. So that's it.
Yeah, copy the mono.
So I guess both of us VR. Hey, cool, it's there. AR, hey, it's there. I don't see it being in gaming for much longer. I see it kind of just being more practical reasons and more institutional reasons. But yeah, there's my whale story. Shit,
Wow.
learned something about me.
I learned so much about you in the last 10 minutes.
You guys
That's
don't have to do that.
No.
Like when you go.
Why
into
the hell would I have to do that?
Like that parachute game I used to play in gym class where you have like the parachute and then the
Yeah. and
balls
somebody,
and you move the ball and you have to
okay.
run under it, and then someone gets
Yeah.
fucking hit in the head with the ball and they have to stop and stuff. So
Did you do this with the whale? This big sweaty whale?
no, but that's what it's like. They ever do the thing where like you pull it on,
Yeah,
like the
the
whole group
parachute
pulls it
and-
over
right.
everybody, and the air stays inside of it, and
Right,
it gets
and it's hotter
smelly in
than hell.
there, and like little Victor, or whatever, the smelly fuck in your class, rips one, and it just danks in there. That's what it was like in that well. It's disgusting.
That's awful.
It was hot too. It was like May. Dead of May too, because we go to school there until June, start of June.
Yeah.
So it was just hot and sweaty and disgusting, and it was no good. Anyways, that's the show. And today's show was brought to you by Audible. You can get a free audiobook download and 30-day free trial, like I said at the start of the show, by going to audibletrial.com/Diggity, Diggity. Like I said before, there's over 180,000 titles to choose from your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player. I listen to audiobooks. That means you should too. head on over to audibletrial.com/diggity diggity for your free
You also
30-day
walk
trial.
out of a whale vagina.
I did, and I've
Should they do that too?
I've come out okay. I've turned out good. I've turned out
Mediocre at best.
Mediocrity. I've turned out to have a mediocre or a mildly popular podcast with you, and a somewhat on its way to successful life. So yeah, audiobooks help me do that. And if you see me right now, I've got 2 big thumbs up for Audible. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Diggity Podcast. You can follow me personally at Jeff J Zuck on Twitter, JEFFJZUK. You can follow Brody on Instagram at BrodyFultz, BRODYFULTZ. He doesn't have Twitter. Don't ask about it. DM us if you want, whatever, with your questions, your concerns about my childhood, whatever you want to talk about. Please let us know. You can also leave a review. It helps us out a ton when you leave a review. It gives us feedback of how we can improve the show. Perhaps you didn't like my discussion about the whale today. Perhaps you would like to have not known about my scarred childhood. It would help us if you left a review. It would help us a ton. And until next time, guys, we'll see you for the Tuesday show. And yeah, just stay away from whales. Kind of weird.